They could not open from here. They had to go in through the ceiling this way. Then they broke it to come into the room from here and began to vandalize from inside. Yes.
If only Nigeria was a country. The EFCC attempt to arrest the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, yesterday was another drama again that will tell Nigerians how corruption has eaten deeply into every institution in Nigeria. It happens yesterday that Yahaya Bello was in his residence in Abuja, and upon the notification of the EFCC that he is available in Abuja, they went ahead to pick him over an allegation of misappropriation of fund while he was the governor of Kogi State. But upon reaching that place, there was every attempt by him not to be arrested. And this was seen by the action from the current governor of the states. But before we talk about this carefully, let's look at what EFCC is capable of doing and what the law says in regards to this. 3 years ago, the EFCC went ahead to pick up the former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, in his residence in Maitama, Abuja, of which, upon receiving a court warrant yesterday to arrest him, but it's still unknown if actually they got that court warrant. Because you know, this country, most times we do things before we start thinking. And I'm saying this thing because I've had an indirect first-hand information about how the EFCC operate most of the time. They can get you arrested without doing all manner of things without a court order. So now, talking about this issue yesterday, how can a sitting governor with state resources drive all the way to Abuja to save his predecessor, who is being alleged to have misappropriated the fund for the state? This can only be achievable in a country where there is no rule of law. Most Nigerians are reacting to this particular scenario, but this is not even to talk about the issues with Nigeria, but this is to talk about the issue with Yahaya Bello and the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to the news, Yahaya Bello said EFCC attempt to arrest him is a recipe for anarchy, and he warned the president to warn the EFCC chairman to stay away from arresting him. According to People's Gazette, former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to restrain the Economic and Financial Crime Commission over alleged disobedience to courts order as they lay siege to his Abuja residence to effect the ex-governor's arrest. In a statement issued by his media aide, Mohammed, in Abuja, the former governor said, "Nigeria is not a lawless country. The EFCC's allegedly disobedience to court order is a serious concern." The question now here is this: is there any court order that restrains the EFCC from arresting Yahaya Bello? From all we can gather, we saw that there was a restraining order from the Federal High Court in Kogi State to stop him from being arrested after the drama that played in Abuja yesterday. So now you can see it clearly how these people worked. Let's not forget what happened to Nyesom Wike in Rivers State with the current governor of Rivers State, when there was a petition to the EFCC to arrest the current governor then as Accountant General of the state, but there was another court order to restrain them from arresting or doing anything. So what is the difference between Yahaya Bello and other citizens of Nigeria? This is a real corruption issue here, and it should be dealt with seriously. But again, we continue to have all this. Some people will have this thought that the EFCC are actually doing their work, and that is the reason why this is happening, like, you know, the drama that happened yesterday. But let's not forget that it happened also during Rocha's Okorocha in the same Abuja, and they broke into his house. So what changed? Could it be that this was some like a drama that they just played in order to cajole the people that they are fighting corruption? Is another angle to be looked at, because you cannot tell me that just barely 3 years ago you did that to Rocha's Okorocha, but now why is it that you couldn't break into the house and pick him up? What authority does the governor has to protect somebody from being arrested? It doesn't make any sense. So with the EFCC coming out to give a press release saying that they will not tolerate any obstruction to their constitutional duties by telling the public to be aware, which public are you actually warning? You should send this warning to politicians and top government officers, not saying that to the public. Which public? So this is it. If the EFCC want to do and to clean the mess in this country, they should go all out and do the needful. Do I make any sense? Let me have a think at the comment section. Thank you for watching.